The school year is about to start, and today we're going to talk about Ambleside riches for the month of August and some things that you can do to make sure you're getting those riches in. I'll be multitasking as I cook lunch for my kids, but let's get into it. So for the month of August, we have hymns, folk songs, handicrafts, our nature study, composer study, and artist study. Those are all considered the riches. Now what we're going to be doing is, I don't have any local Ambleside friends. I'm in California. Our Ambleside friends are all the way in Alabama. So we are going to be doing our riches via Zoom together. It allows our kids to have some time together with kids who are also using the same type of curriculum, and it is a blessing. So we will listen to that hymn together of Son of my soul, thou Savior dear. Now, my friend and I both play piano, intermediately, we'll say. And there'll be times where we will play the hymn likely, or have our kids maybe even learn the hymn on the piano, a simplified version. A lot of times you can find an easy or intermediate version of a song online. There's no folk song for the month of August, so we will go ahead and skip that. And then for handicrafts for the month, that sounded like I said a bad word, handicrafts. For the month of August, there's clay sculpting and canning. Now, I am not a fan of canning, so we're not going to be choosing to participate in that in our family, but we may do some fermenting, like some quick pickles or some butter making, again, something like that. But we are going to choose to do clay sculpting, and something to consider is, do you want them to make trinkets? Do you want them to make something functional? There's lots of ways to go about doing it in the handicraft setting. So for the first week, we are going to be doing some clay making, and we're going to start with something very simple. We're not sure what it is, but think about those things in advance, and you will be able to kind of know and have set up for your kids what you're wanting. We're going to do clay for the entire month. I'm having a struggle moment here. Clay for the entire month of August, and what will probably happen is the first week they're probably going to make something like a trivet where they could put some of their little nature treasures in, and then the second week we may make some figurines, or maybe even try to make some beads to make necklaces out of. Keep those things in mind as you're choosing your handicrafts. And then for composer study, if you go on YouTube, there is millions of options for the composer studies, and this is really nice because while they're doing their clay creations, we can have these things going along in the background. Then after we're done with listening to our composer study, I or my friend may choose to talk a little bit about that composer. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. And for nature study, since we are not close together, we will not be going out in nature together on the phone, but we may end up having a little reading from the nature, oh goodness, I always forget the name of this. I have it right here, Handbook of Nature Study. We'll read some of that together, and then we'll probably give our kids a scavenger hunt or something similar of that nature to go and find, and they could share it with each other. We may even do that ahead of time so they have those things already prepared, and then we can read some more about cultivated plants. We may even try just doing propagation with each other. My kids just started seeds the other day, so there's lots of ways you can do that. And then for the artist study, you can print pictures out. Ambleside has a list that you can stick to, and I really love the way that Simply Charlotte Mason goes about doing the picture studies. And when we had a Charlotte Mason co-op that I ran, one of my favorite ways to do it, and I'll explain exactly how, when it was very simple, we would hold the picture up or have it up on a projector or a screen for everyone to see, and they would just sit there quietly while listening to some of our music study and observe this picture until they could have a good mental image of what was going on. Once that mental image was there, we would turn it off, have them close their eyes so there was no cheating, and they would give some descriptions of what were going on. Another way I love to do artist study is to go ahead and print out a black and white version of it and have the kids add and fill in their own colors on the paper. So that's another way that you can go about doing artist study and studying pictures and the artists. And then of course just giving some facts about their life. I'll try every month to do one of these. This will be for the August riches. Now for Plutarch, if you have children in grades 4 or above and you're doing Plutarch, You're going to read one of the lives. That is kind of simple because the live story has a narration at the end. My kids sometimes like to act it out and be dramatic with that, as well as Shakespeare. So that'll just depend on the age and stage that you're in. And then for Shakespeare, we're going to use the retellings, different versions of the retellings. In our family, my friend likes to use Lego figurines to have her kids keep track of all the characters. I have my kids sometimes draw or just listen and act out in their narrations what they've heard, but those are all ideas of ways that you can go about those riches in the month of August, and we will see you back with more riches to talk about September, and each month I will try to come back and touch on what those may look like. So that's our short and quick vlog. Feel encouraged as we get ready to start the school year. Planning helps everything, and just go into it with a positive attitude for you and your kids, and I'm sure it'll be a wonderful year. We will see you guys in our next vlog. No idea what it's going to be about as of right now, but we'll be back. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe or like these videos, comment, and interact. Love hearing from you guys in your homeschool journey or on your journey as parents and what you're doing. And we'll see you guys next time.